big cities and private campgrounds, we like the combination. Totally opposite of what we've been doing as far as like no city and for the most part no campground. But this KOA's been good. We're like right across in the playground, and as a parent you can know that typically without a playground and without kids around us on a regular basis, we're doing a lot of parent to Hensley time, which is good, but she's our only child, and so it's nice to have a little bit of a break for us. And I think it's really good for her socially to be around these kids and interact with them, and they push her to do things too that she normally wouldn't do. She normally like does not want to ride this bike, but when she saw the other kids on their bikes, it wasn't long before she asked me for her bike.
I'm going to somebody's RV.
Going to somebody's RV? What do you like about big cities?
Well, in big cities, it seems like there's always stuff to do, and it's different than the things that we usually do.
And just like you can't make assumptions about different states and different areas, I don't think you can make assumptions about big cities. Sometimes you might think this is a huge city, it's dangerous or whatever, but usually there's some pretty awesome places to check out within the city that might not even feel like a big city. This is one of the things we love about big cities is you kind of expect one thing or assume one thing, and then you get there and you just see beautiful things that you didn't even know were around the cities. It's not just about traffic and metro and downtown and hustle and bustle. There are places like this kind of nestled within these big cities.
There's a lot of history here. You got the Stone Arch Bridge, which from 1883. It's an old railroad bridge. And then you've got Mill Ruins Park, which has some ruins of some old mills from back in the day, and they're right here together. It's really awesome.
And you say mill ruins, it's like flour mills, right?
Yes.
From I guess the 1800s. There's some right here, I guess, right? That looks ruiny, right? That is awesome. Can you say ruins? Gold medal flower over here, and then Pillsbury best flower over there. And we don't really know if these are still actively going or not. They are very cool looking. Hey Marissa, look at that view behind us.
Oh, it's awesome.
Wow. This is one thing I really love about that's in big cities, like these parks within the city. It's really cool because you're like, it's busy and hectic and crazy. Even like Central Park in New York City was like this, but you walk into that park and all of a sudden it's like you're in a different country. Everything's slow, people are just walking around, and whereas in the city, like they're bumping into you and they want you to get out of the way, they gotta get somewhere.
I like that they keep the green in the city. They do a really good job of that, just so you can kind of get away and feel serene, but you still got the city backdrop.
If I lived in a big city and I experienced the city life every single day, you would need something like this to kind of unwind, I think. To that.
It would be fun to like surf on that or something.
It is.
Can you do the monkey? Do the triple whip. Whoa! Whoa! You're a good surfer. Hey, yeah. I have attempted surfing. I got up one time and like crashed into a kid, so.
we read there were tacos down here, so we're walking what, almost a mile each way to get to them. So
we'll walk for tacos.
oh yeah. Will you ride in a stroller for tacos, Hensley? She's a little grumpy today. She did not eat her breakfast very well, so
she's hangry.
There's definitely plenty of parking over here, which is another thing about coming in the city that we've kind of noticed. We usually on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, we don't get out much. Like, we're the opposite. On the weekends, we're more at the RV, around the RV park, except for when it comes to big cities. We've noticed in big cities, especially if you're going to like the downtown area, it's way easier to find parking and there's way less traffic on the weekends because people aren't at work in those areas. We've done good on that. We just did not do good on figuring out where we're eating, but we needed the exercise anyways. Did a number 3 and a number 11.
And then a 7 grilled.
Oh, easy. You like chips and salsa, don't you? You're going crazy. Good stuff. So not only is there more parking available as far as like this metered stuff on the side of the road on the weekends, but it's usually also free.
There are typically more events, concerts and sporting events and things like that. So that will sometimes alter your parking, but for the most part, we found it to be much easier for us to do it that way.
Drop something, babe. Somebody's enjoying the park.
Oh,
you need a donut?
I think I need a donut too.
I need a vanilla one.
A vanilla donut.
Need them in a box.
You want a whole box of donuts?
We'll see what we can find. I think they have something pretty awesome here.
Let's try donut, Daddy.
Let's do it.
That means you're extra.
Do you want ice cream or a donut?
Donut.
It's a donut and ice cream, Hensley. Look at that. Wow.
You want to try it? Really?
No.
I don't even know how to try it.
Pretty good.
That was amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Top 5 on desserts?
Oh, yeah, I'd probably have to say yes.
I'd still say Gordo's is number 1.
Gordo's in Austin, Texas
Yes.
is our like meter. We gauge everything off Gordo's.
Yes.
Brownie on top of it.
Yes. So driving in Minneapolis, not too bad. The very first thing I did when I knew I was gonna be driving in Minneapolis is Google driving in Minneapolis. In like some cities like DC and stuff like that, stuff pops up. Don't do it, it's terrible. Nothing like that was popping up for this city. It hasn't been terribly bad. Of course, we tried to time everything where during the week, we're not around during rush hour, and then on the weekend, it's not as bad.
This one doesn't look like a face. So. Frog a little bit. Does it look like a frog?
No, I see no frog.
Eyes?
No.
And a mouth.
No,
That's
no,
right.
no. What have you done?
Just swim.
So you just
I want to go swim too. That looks fun. That's a cool waterfall. It's right in the middle of town.
like the middle of town is 15 minutes that way.
Daddy, she jumped into.
I'm not jumping in that.
Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Do the stanky leg. Stank. Now break your leg. Now break your leg. Now watch me pop, 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 pop. Now I be Superman. Now I be Joe. Now watch me. Watch me.
So I don't know about you, that's like the best thing I've seen all week.
That was awesome.
I totally meant to take a good Instagram picture of that ice cream, but didn't happen.
We're too excited.
We even knew where we're going today. We knew it was gonna be a great ice cream place, and I think we even thought it out and knew we planned on doing a picture or maybe like a thumbnail for this video. And well, it happens all the time. Like we'll eat our food and then we're like, oh man, we didn't even film what we had. And so we end up not.
When it comes to food, like we just lose all sense of.
We would be horrible on the Food Network or
Yeah.
something where you travel around and do like
Foodies.
Yeah, the camera guy would he'd get up to go get some napkins and come back and we'd be wiping it off. He'd be like, "What? You already had?"
Oh well, you get the gist.
So if you're living in an RV, I know a lot of the emphasis is on national parks and things of nature, but don't be afraid to, like, on your routes, you're going through these larger cities to, camp close to those cities or maybe even in the city like Chicago and check them out.
I think we had a great time in Minneapolis. I think obviously national parks are our favorite, but it's really good just to see something different in the country, and the cities are a part of that too. I think that's what we like with this lifestyle, is just exploring and finding new adventures, and that includes the city life as well.
We're gonna wrap it up, and tomorrow somewhere new, right?
Where are we heading?
That way, south, which feels downhill, but it never actually is. And we'll see what's next. Catch you guys later. Which picnic table? Show me. That one way over there where we were.
You know Daddy really loves you, don't you? Going to get that duck and that
Monkey.
and the monkey? Because it is it's pouring. You found them?
They were not on the picnic table.
Where were they?
They were just randomly on the ground out here. There you go, babe.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm in the ocean.